test today, they make a very bold statement. You're never too old to become young. We are so pleased to welcome co-authors Dr. David Carmos, as well as Dr. Shawn Miller. And, you know, they have this revolutionary approach to reversing the aging process. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being with us. I see you're in workout gear because you're going to be showing us a few yoga type moves. Yeah. But first off, is it in fact possible? I mean, a lot of people, doctors in fact, say it's not possible to reverse aging. It's going to happen inevitably. But you say?
It is possible, and it's totally possible. You know, the idea is this, you know, we have this, you know, if you don't take care of your body, where are you going to live? You know, you have a spirit. This is your body that allows you to go through life. It's your vehicle. Now what happens is because we live oftentimes improperly, we live based on tradition, not necessarily base our life on nutrition, we end up putting toxic stuff in our system and the whole system closes down. We have a theory in our book that's unique to our own work, and we termed it the Carmos-Miller anti-density theory. And essentially,
anti-density theory.
Yeah, the anti-density theory. And essentially, if you look at a little baby, they're very flexible. But as a baby goes through the aging process, or someone goes through the aging process, they tend to stiffen up. And that's really the first time you start noticing aging, when your body starts becoming less flexible, either emotionally, mentally, or physically. And essentially, when it happens physically, you're starting to clog the different systems of the body, the organs of the body, and it lowers the vitality. The body should have this nice viscosity to it, where it's pumping all the time. But as we go through this aging process, and age and aging are two different things. Age is chronology, how long you've been around, but aging is lifestyle. Sometimes we see somebody in their older years, very young. A great example is Dr. Carmos. He's going to be close to 70 next year, and his body is physically young.
Look at you. Yeah, well, it's like those people. You know what? It escapes me now, but the people that live up in some sort of mountains, the Ichi. You know who I'm talking about.
Well, there's
a few communities in the world.
Vilcabamba, in Ecuador, and then you're probably thinking of the Hunzas that live up near Tibet.
Yes.
In Hunzaland.
Okay. Yeah. And some of them, these people live to be like 100 years old.
Yeah. Oh no, 120. They were fathering children in their 90s.
Yeah, and so it really is lifestyle then, would you say?
It's all lifestyle,
the climate, you know.
It's more than that. Yeah. It's really everything we do. The way we walk, talk, eat, drink, think, sleep, breathe, act, react. That's what creates our cells. There's no cell in the body more than a year old. Every cell in your body is totally renewed in a 7-year period.
Yeah. And so what do you guys eat?
Simply.
Not much, eh? I know you're both vegan.
Everyone we are.
Almost everything raw, is
well,
that right?
there's actually a concept we like to work with, and I term it my stoplight theory of eating. We have red light, yellow light, and green light, okay? In the red light foods, and we'll get into a few of what they are, but those are the foods, not necessarily based on color, but red light, stop. Because they're actually doing damage to your system. They're causing damage to your cells.
Are these most commercial foods?
Well, a lot of the processed foods, a lot of the heavy saturated foods with fat. Your body can't process all this stuff. It makes the blood thicker. And as the blood gets thicker, the whole system, the whole engine slows down. Blood should be the consistency of water. Most people's blood is like old engine oil. Okay? Really? They're putting things in that's too congested for the system to process, and so it starts causing toxicity in the organs. Essentially, you have organs of elimination, like you have 5 organs of elimination: the kidneys, intestines, liver, lung, and skin. Okay? And the kidneys essentially like a coffee filter. Once you put things into the filter, eventually they have to filter out, but residue starts building up in the kidney, and it impedes the body's ability to function properly.
Where a lot of these problems come from.
Yeah, and then disease starts happening. Essentially, we don't inherit the genetics; we inherit the lifestyle from our family. You know.
Did you guys inherit the lifestyle from your, or did you wake up one day and say, "No, I want to"?
My grandparents were gone at the ages of 41, 43, and 48. Diabetes, cancer, and the flu. Yeah. My parents became students of mine over 40 years ago. My father was a chef, and even though he did 8 styles of cooking, he cooked for 75 years. He didn't retire till he was 93.
I got into this when I was 15. I gave up candy, cake, ice cream, sugar. Yeah.
At that
Chocolate,
age?
All that stuff. Yeah, I've never
had
a cup. No.
Oh.
Never had a cup of coffee in my life. I've never had a calorie in my life.
Why did you? What light bulb went off in your head?
Actually, it was my brother. He had really bad acne. I didn't have any acne. Yeah. And I thought it was the chocolate he was eating. It made sense to me back then. And he said, no, no, no. So I just decided to give it up. And it was just a process. You know, once you kind of get bit by the health bug, you get infected. You want to go further because the vitality that you feel, like I've never tasted anything as good as what it tastes like to be healthy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And health is just so fun to have that vitality all the time.
Yeah. I would love to see, we've got about 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
You're both in workout gear,
Yes.
and I've seen some pictures of some astounding workouts or moves that you two do. Could you tell us about some of the things you do?
Yeah.
And show us. We can get up and
yeah, let me show you a little
us.
of this exercise here. And David will explain it because I'm not able to talk when I do it. But it's one that it helps reverse the aging process. And it's similarly what a massage does for the body, it does for the internal organs, the kidneys, the intestines, the spleen, the pancreas. It squeezes all those toxins out. And if you eat a certain diet that helps to eliminate those things, release that. Okay,
yeah.
let's do that.
So show us what you're doing, and this is what you would encourage.
Now listen, Shawn is in his 40s. I've been doing this exercise for over 50 years.
Woo.
And he can't speak while doing it. So he's going to exhale the air from the lungs. If you can get a tight shot on the abdomen, there we are. That massages all the internal organs, liver, spleen, large and small intestine, stomach, pancreas, heart, lungs. And what it does, it's like taking an organ. See, half the organs in the body are solid by structure, half are hollow. The solid ones tend to get clogged. The liver, kidneys, lungs, heart.
Did you come up with these exercises?
Oh no,
or
this is a very ancient yogic exercise. Most yoga teachers don't do it.
How are you doing after that?
Well,
I feel like you've completely flattened out there.
No, but it kind of makes you a little, it gives you a little dizzy because it creates adrenal release.
Yeah.
Now, David,
what are you going to do?
Show you, when I was nearly, whoops.
Oh, there goes your microphone. Okay, no, you're good.
All right,
you're good.
When I was nearly 57, I dislocated my shoulder. This was the range of motion. I couldn't move it beyond there.
Okay.
But because of the way I live, the diet, the exercise, I'm not only getting all of my flexibility back, but I'm going to do something that involves control. We do a very specialized form of yoga.
We just have we have about